Hello, my friends, and welcome back. The subject of today's video is nobility, or more like lack of nobility. And since the subject of the video is so somber, I'm going to use this black shirt. Okay, so I will be matching the content. Well, what is nobility? Nobility is a behavior. I'm not talking about the nobility that is, you just inherit it from your parents and your ancestors. You just have a title of nobility, and if you're born in a family, um, then you are nobility by name, but not by behavior. So you can have the title, but be like, let's say, what's his name? Prince, no, I don't know if he's still Prince, I think, Harry, Meghan Markle's husband, let's call him that way. So you can be like that, or you can be someone else. So I'm going to use a few characters who were considered nobility, and I will contrast them with some other persons who really were nobility. They were all by name nobilities. Title, they have no title of nobility, but their behavior did not match the title. So nobility is a behavior, it's an attitude. So as I said, one thing is a title that you inherit, and the other one is your behavior, how you act, what you are. You have to work hard. It's like virtue. You're not just virtuous because you are born in a certain family or time or something like that. No, you have to work every day to become virtuous in whatever you consider is virtuous. Courage, moderation, and other stuff like that, knowledge, and whatever you think is are qualities and virtues. Um, so nobility implies virtue, quality, character, grace, uh, gentleman-like behavior, lady-like behavior. Um, it implies that you have refined and sophisticated tastes, not fake taste. You fall on the other side, but you have refined taste. You're not rudimentary. You because of your intelligence and your grace and your understanding and sophisticated mind, you understand certain things in a certain way, and you have different tastes. It doesn't mean that you can't have other tastes, but because of the intelligence and the behavior, superior behavior that you have it through training and understanding of the surrounding and the world, it automatically gives you a certain behavior. It's not like you have to fake it. If you fake it, it's gonna show. Um, so um, I will. It also has, being a learned behavior. You have to have, self-confidence, self-control, moderation, and respect. All that, you have to respect yourself. You have to respect others if they earned your respect. But you don't have to be rude. You just have to ignore them. I mean, there are different levels of nobility, and like in any other qualities, or you're good, but you can be better than some other people. Some other people can be better than you. That's level. That there are levels. So I will start with uh, three examples of nobility. One of them is considered nobility, but you will understand what I mean when I will mention the name. All these there are three women who are revered and very, 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 very much admired by Vogue, by whatever happens to be the Vogue of the time right now. and especially I would say most of the women are very much impressed by these three ladies. And I will start obviously with my favorite one. But I think she's in competition with the last one I'm going to mention. So the first one is Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. So from little that I read about her biography, and she was a monkey brancher, so-called. Sorry to use this uh, term that would not fit my noble attitude. But she, from what I read, she was looking for. She was a woman who was trying to get with rich people and get power and so on, which she succeeded. Personally, I don't think she was beautiful. From a 0 to 10, personally, as a physical appearance, I would give her maybe a 4. I don't know what. I didn't like her. I mean, her face was not right. It's like a Picasso painting. I'm sorry, that's how I see her. Like, an eye a little bit different than the other one, like flat. But you can't control your appearance. I mean, you can improve it a little bit, or you can, screw it up. Nevertheless, she had many affairs while being before Kennedy, her husband, late husband, and during Kennedy. She had many affairs. That's not a ladylike behavior whatsoever, and that's not nobility. But nevertheless, then this guy was shot, unfortunately, I think by CIA and the military industrial complex or FBI. These are the guys, because we don't find anything about, who killed the guy after so many, what, 45 to 60 some years, right? We still can find out. We can unseal the sealed records, because why? Who's alive? A 1,000-year-old dinosaur? Anyway, so, and then what did she do? She jumped in a few boats with some rich people. This Kennedy. She was looking for another, branch to grab, and eventually she landed with this ugly, rich, ugly old guy, Onassis. She married the guy and all that, and that was nasty, gross, I would say. But whatever. She wanted that. She had it. He wanted that. He had her too. She had others in the meantime and during being with him. So it was like an open season for both of them. But she's still revered as a graceful person and so on. Even though I would give her you know, I would use the term "lady of the night." So I'm nice. So this is one, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. I don't see what quality she had, but women like that because they see her as being a monkey brancher, I guess, and successful in, marrying some powerful people. And I don't want to get too, you know. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is Lady Diana of Great Britain, England, whatever that is. Remember her with Prince Charles, another one who was with Camilla all the time, and she was with the bodyguards and other stuff. Again, affairs after affairs. I can tell you that she, even though you could see that she was like a little peasant girl in a fairy tale. Like what's that? Uh, is that little fairy tale called? I can't remember it right now. Um, Nevertheless, I will remember later. I'm old. What do you want? So this Lady Diana, the same thing. I think she behaved nicely in the public. I think she tried to improve. I don't think she made mistakes. She was funny in a certain way, but you could see she was a peasant, and in the clothes of nobility. But she had her hanky panky as well. I'm not talking about Charles. Charles, I mean, physically, no way. I don't think Diana was beautiful. I don't think she was ugly. Let's give her a from 0 to 10, 5, 6, something like that. In her best look, I think she was a 6. About that. Normal, let's say a 5. Charles, I don't know, a 1 or, or something. But they were, perverts. I mean, they were, I don't know, having affairs with whomever. That's not very nice. All right, and then Cinderella. She was like Cinderella, Lady Diana. From whatever she was scrubbing floors, she became a princess, beautiful and so on. That's how she was. I don't think she was ill-intended. I think she was very, very limited. If you know what I mean. I don't think she was smart at all. She was a victim of her own doing. She made her own decisions. She accepted to be the mother of two or whatever, how many she might have had, future uh, prince princes. So nobody grabbed her by the neck and had her sleep with number one Charles. All right, and the third one is is Meghan Markle, of course. Now, uh, I think Meghan Markle is the worst because her behavior is trash. You just look at her and you see trash. The way she behaves, she walks, she looks around. She is a narcissistic person, 100%. I don't think she's. I think she's. I might say she's more attractive though than the other two. I would say. So let's give her a 7 at her best. And then so she's fluctuating between 7 and 4, whereas Diana, let's say between 5 and 6, uh, Jacqueline 4 and 3, something like that. So Meghan Markle, the way she talks, the way she uh, uses her gestures, the way she, no, she's trash, and she wanted to change the monarchy to her own terms. Like everybody's gonna change because Meghan Markle, trash from California, comes to Buckingham Palace, and she's gonna change the whole thing because she's a empowered woman or something. All right, so these are the bad examples. And she has a lot of followers as a strong woman, and she's a monkey brancher, divorced. She tried to be an actor. She married that guy who was what a director, I think, and I think he was Jewish as well, who isn't over there in Hollywood anyway. So she did everything she could to get the gingerbread, what's his name, her husband, future Harry, like Harry. Okay. Oh my God, he's a 1 for me, but whatever. And I had hopes for him at the beginning, when he went to a party and he dressed in a certain way, and I said, "Oh, look at this guy, man. He has personality." Well, Meghan Markle got the whip, and that's it. And now let's contrast these 3 ones that I mentioned with two. One is Grace Kelly, the Princess of Monaco, former actress, married a prince, Rainier, I think it was his name, and she behaved like a queen, like a nobility. She was a princess. I couldn't find anything wrong about that woman. The only thing was wrong about was that she died way too soon. Now maybe she didn't have enough time to turn into, but I don't think she would have turned into any of the 3 that I mentioned before. She had grace, she had brain, she had looks. I think she was a 9, like that. I don't want to give her a 10, but beautiful, graceful, looked intelligent, behaved. I mean, it was like 99% perfect as a nobility, as a person who behaved, gracefully. Grace. And then the other one is Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, so-called Kate Middleton. I spoke about her briefly in a previous video, the same thing. I can't find anything wrong about that woman. I think anything wrong, and she's not even in. She's not even her position is not solidified yet. She's waiting with her husband to take over, but it's what's his name, the father Charles, and so on, and who's waiting since I don't know when for a queen to kick the bucket. So, nevertheless, this Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, I like her very much. I think she has everything that I would admire at a woman. I didn't see her, you know, going around being a lady of the night. I didn't see her making mistakes. I didn't see her being rude. I didn't see her being trashy or dressing trashy. I didn't see her nothing, nothing. And believe me, I'm a very critical person. If you didn't notice that, and I was looking. I was not like, what is she doing all the time? But I've never seen anything in any time. Anytime I looked in any piece of news or something, I haven't seen anything wrong about this woman, and I'm glad. You know why I'm glad? And I don't think she's so revered as the trashy ones. The trashy ones are the best, but the other two are not well known as the other trashy ones. So they're like pushed in our faces, rather in our faces to admire something that shouldn't really be admired as much. Let's put it this way. I'm not saying they shouldn't be admired. They should be admired. Not Meghan Markle. I don't want to talk about that. Jacqueline, yes and no, and Lady Diana, let's say, better than all three, all three of them. So, as I said, Grace Kelly and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, you could use them as examples for any daughter that you have, girlfriend that you have, female companion, friend, whatever you want to call. That is a living example of a noble person, female in this case. Well, this was just some ideas about this, and the craziness of the public, how they revere the other three that I mentioned, the first three, when you look at them and say, "Wow, whatever." They're pushed in front, and the other ones are pushed in the back. So anyway, thank you for being with me today, and you don't have to stay strong and smart for these things, but at least look for the truth and be just in your analysis. See you later. Ciao.